Okay, this is the second part of our Unit 6, Lesson 28, and it's on page 186 of your book with the numbers on it. And it looks like this, page 186. Understanding breaking shapes into parts. Again, we're talking about fractions now. So how can you break shapes into equal parts? Okay, before we break it up, we have the whole. This is a important word to remember. When you have it all together, that's the whole. If you want to break it into halves, this is half. The yellow part is half of the whole. And we have two equal parts, this one and this one. 1, 2 equal parts. Like we said yesterday, if this is a pie, you get this part is half of it, and maybe that's the part you're going to eat. And this is part for somebody else. Or maybe you already ate part of the pie. You ate that part, and this is what's left, half of the whole. And if you have 4 people that need to have a piece, maybe you're dividing a pizza up, and you have 4 people, you're going to divide it into fourths. And again, that is the word four with a TH after, fourths. And one part of that is a fourth of the whole. Maybe this is your piece that you're getting. This is a fourth of the whole. Or maybe your friends are already eating all these pieces, and all that's left is a fourth of the whole. But it's 4 equal parts. And remember the word equal. They have to be equal. They have to be the same size, or it's not fair. Okay, if you have equal parts, they cover an equal amount of the shape. So if we divided this into equal parts, are those equal? If I would cut those up and lay one on top of the other, would they be the same? Yes, they would. These are equal parts. What about this? Would you want to get this piece, or would you want to get this piece? Why? Because they're not equal. So one piece will be something that everybody wants instead of getting the small piece. So that would not be fair. So it says, draw another way to fold the square into equal parts. Okay, we're not going to do this way. So what other way can we do? Well, we said yesterday, instead of dividing it this way, we could divide it the horizontal way. We could divide it across like this, and you would get 1, 2 pieces. You could also divide it on the diagonal, and you would get 1, 2 pieces. So those would be equal pieces. Okay, how can you find out if 2 parts are equal? Well, what did I tell you could do here to find out if they were equal? You could cut them out and put one piece on top of the other. So the answer could be you can put one piece on top of the other. And that way you could tell whether they're equal. If they're equal, they'll take up the same amount of space. You won't see one hanging over the other. Okay, let's go to your book with the animals on the front. And we are on page 259. And we're doing our exercise that goes along with this. It says, I'm going to get the other book out of the way so it won't ball up. Okay, look at the example, then solve. You can break shapes into equal parts. Okay, this is the whole. When it's all together, you can break it into 2 equal parts, which gives you a half of the whole, or we have halves, 2 halves. Or we can divide it into fourths, 4 equal parts, for the whole, 4 equal parts. Remember, if you don't know what the word fourths is, just look. You don't know how many pieces it is in fourths, just look at the word. It has it in there for you, fourth. Half is not the same. Half is one of those outlaw words. It doesn't follow the regular rules, and so we just have to learn it for what it is. Okay, draw another way to show 2 equal parts. Well, up here we divided it down this way. So this time we can divide it horizontally this way. Oops. Or we could have divided it diagonally, just so we have two parts that are equal. Okay, draw another way to show 4 equal parts. Well, they did it, dividing it down the middle vertically and across horizontally. We can make them all divided down vertically. Divide it in half, and then divide each half in half. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to start with the middle, divide it in half first, because sometimes when we start dividing it and we just start going like this, we go 1, 2, 3, and we end up with one piece bigger. So this helps me get it closer to being what it should be. Also, remember, I need 4 parts when I get through, so I need to count them 1, 2, 3, 4, because sometimes people think if I'm dividing into fourths, I have to make 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. But when I get through, how many parts do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, if I'm going to divide it in fourths, I just need 3 lines. When I divided it into halves or 2 parts, I just needed 1 line. So always make sure and count your parts to see if you have 4 equal parts in this case. Okay, is the square folded into equal parts? Yes or no? Well, it's divided into parts, that's for sure, but are they equal? Would you want this part or this part? If you pick one that you want more than the other, then it's probably not equal. So the answer is no. Okay, turn in the page. This is what you're going to be doing on your own. It says draw 2 equal parts. Again, if you're going to draw into 2 equal parts, you only need 1 line. So you could draw it this way, or you can draw it this way. Okay, and you would have 2 parts. Count the parts after you've drawn it. Let's go ahead and do this one. I'm going to draw this. I have 1, 2 parts. Okay, they should be equal. Mine are not quite equal. Okay, draw 4 equal parts. If I'm going to draw 4 equal parts, I only need 3 lines. Then count the parts and see that you will have 4 and make them equal. Next one, draw 4 equal parts. Draw 2 equal parts. Now you're going to have to stop and think about this. Where am I going to draw my line? It's not like up here I could draw it different ways. Here there's only one way you're going to be able to draw this to get 2 equal parts. So you'll have to stop and think about it. But remember, you only need 1 line to get it. 4 equal parts. Remember, I'm going to draw, well, I said here 3 lines, but you could draw 4 equal parts with 2 lines. I was wrong. If you're drawing all your lines going the same way, it would be like that. Okay, 4 equal parts. Okay, I'm going to have the parts looking the same. And 2 equal parts, I need to draw it so the parts look the same. Okay, and that's your homework for now. And we'll be back with the next lesson the next time. Thank you.